This video is going to explain a bug which lets you use a golden effigy of one hero and equip it not only on another hero entirely, but equip that same effigy on as many heroes as you'd like at the same time, allowing you to purchase just a single golden effigy and use it on as many heroes as you'd like. In this video, I'm also going to explain a ton of different tricks for creating cool, unique player profile pages in Dota 2 with some tricks and common layouts that people use. Effigies in Dota 2, like the very expensive golden effigy, now are only able to be equipped on a single hero, and that hero must be the same form as the statue, meaning you can only equip a Zeus effigy on Zeus. These effigies are shown in two ways in Dota 2. Every game, they're shown in the base to depict which heroes are on the team, and lastly, if somebody has the versus screen equipped from the 2024 International Battle Pass, their effigy will be shown before the game to all players and transform into their hero. However, I've discovered that you can buy one single golden effigy, or any other effigy block in the game, and recraft it to be able to equip it on multiple heroes at once, giving you this crazy bugged effect, which represents a hero other than the one that you have chosen in a given game, which looks absolutely wild when the versus screen with effigies loads into the game, and a hero effigy other than the one you're playing transforms into the hero that you've actually picked. But first, please leave a like on this video if you find this interesting. This is the second video in a 5-part series that I'm releasing on Dota 2 bugs and tricks which I've been waiting to share. Turn on your notifications and check back tomorrow for the next video to hopefully learn something new about Dota. So for example, if you want to do this bug on just a single hero, you're going to need to craft an effigy of the very first hero that you want an effigy to transform into. I'm using a golden effigy for this trick because it's the effigy that you get the most value out of equipping multiple times. It also looks the coolest, and there are some really crazy effigies that I'm going to show you at the end of the video. So start with crafting your effigy on your first hero. You're also going to need an effigy reforger tool for your extra heroes that you want to bug an effigy onto, which means that doing this trick does cost you about 15 cents per hero that you equip an effigy onto. But in my opinion, it's worth it to be able to get more use out of your golden effigy, which costs nearly $20. So equip your gold effigy on your first hero, Sven in my case, and make sure that your next target hero that you want your effigy to exist as before it transforms into Sven has no effigy equipped already. So this is really important. So craft your effigy into Sven and say you want it to change into Legion Commander. Make sure Legion has no other effigy equipped. Now in the loadout menu for Sven, go to the effigy row, click equip on your golden effigy for Sven, and then click the inspect button on his golden effigy. Now click use with in this menu and recraft your effigy into the next hero that you want to daisy chain into, because you can do this trick for multiple heroes in the game for as many as you'd like, but if you just want to craft it into Sven and then into Legion, that's also fine. But you want to craft the Sven effigy from this menu into Legion Commander and craft into either the pose you want to keep or just a random pose if you're daisy chaining these, and click craft. Now you'll notice that the Legion Commander is the effigy model, but it still has the Sven icon in the menu. We can now exit this menu and go to Legion Commander's loadout and select equip on our golden effigy, which now shows in this list. You can then repeat this as many times as you'd like to daisy chain together all of your favorite heroes you play the most, all with an effigy that doesn't match any of those heroes. Once you have your effigy equipped to all of your favorite heroes, I like to finish it off finally by selecting an actual effigy that I want them all to have, and I do have a list of favorites for various reasons, but Broodmother's effigies all look crazy because they're so massive, as it's the largest base model in the game. There are tons of other effigies that look crazy. There's a bunch of Abaddon poses that look absolutely wild with the gold effigy, so I usually choose Broodmother or Abaddon. Phoenix always looks good, and there are some really awesome Rubik poses, but the last craft you do with your effigy is what's going to be equipped on all of the heroes that you've daisy chained this bug onto. I'll leave a link down below for the Effigy Reforger tools on the Steam market, but regardless, I think that the Effigy Reforger tools are undervalued on the market at the moment, given the state of effigies and the fact you can only have one equipped per hero. So if you'd like to do this bug, I would recommend doing it sooner rather than later, because there isn't really a good source of Effigy Reforger tools anywhere in the game. There aren't really many new ones being created, and if people use them all, the price is going to increase quite significantly. Some extra stuff I wanted to include into this video are some profile tricks about your in-game profile display, and there are a couple of very cool options I want to share. Firstly, your profile page backgrounds are not rechecked by your inventory every time they're loaded. Like the other items on your profile, like an armory item for example, if you put it on your profile and then list it on the Steam market, it will no longer show on your profile page. However, profile backgrounds do not have the same check, so you can theoretically purchase an expensive loading screen, equip it to your profile page, and then sell it on the Steam community market and still have have it displayed behind all of your items on your profile page in-game. But if you do ever edit your profile again, the background will update and will disappear. So this is only helpful if you already have a completely crafted profile and you don't plan on changing it anytime soon. Or if you already have a really expensive profile loading screen that you're only using for that reason and you don't intend to update your profile very often, you could sell your loading screen that you already have and be able to get basically a rebate back for the loading screen you've already bought. Secondly, there's a ton of really popular tricks for item displays and layouts. There's this really niche one that is specifically for displaying Juggernaut swords that look really awesome. If you get the Juggernaut taunt where he throws his sword up into the air, you're able to display floating swords at the bottom of your profile in a way you wouldn't be able to display items in any other way. Next, I have two different methods for creating blacked out zones in your profile. If you want to do it on your actual profile page and not your mini profile, you want to select the activity log widget. You can full size those and then overlay about 4 or 5 of them over a certain area and it will completely black out the zone, which can look really good if you're trying to build something over a certain area of a profile page background. There's a ton of really good examples of this, and you can also do this on your mini profile by using a chat phrase. If you stretch them out all the way and push the actual text off screen and just use the black boxes, you can overlay about 4 or 5 of those to get a completely blacked out effect like I've done here. Another really popular layout is the old ESL loading screen. People use this all the time to display Terrorblade Arcanas as the most popular, but you could do it for any hero really, as long as you place them in a diagonal row going backwards to match the perspective of the layout and also shrink the heroes as you go slightly back. If you didn't know, you're able to display heroes in a ton of different customizable ways. You're able to anchor one hero with an active animation to another hero's animation frame. To do this, you can create 2 heroes both with different animations selected. Simply pause them both by clicking select frame, attach one hero to the next with the red squares that appear on their models, and unpause both of the animations. If you've seen someone's profile with these rectangular hero displays, you can create these by adding a hero, clicking the extra options button and selecting card from the display options, and then there are some extra options to add relics and Dota Plus levels, as well as using their default hero portrait or the equipped cosmetics that you have. Finally, some more basic stuff that some people still might not know. You can enable a grid to snap items to be aligned on your profile, and you can layer your items with these buttons at the bottom to send an item behind the rest or move it forwards or backwards one layer at a time. Thank you so much to my YouTube members for supporting the channel. You can become a member by clicking the join button below to have your name added to my inventory to be shown at the end of every video. Please leave a like on the video if you found this interesting, subscribe to the channel and check back for the next video in my series.